Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's WFN video report. Today we focus on the recent game between the Atlanta Silverbacks Reserves, who played against Jacksonville United in an NPSL league match at Silverbacks Park. Both of these teams are battling for top spot in the Southeast Conference East of the National Premier Soccer League. This result will be pivotal in a very short league season, as these divisional clubs play to determine who will advance to the postseason nationals against other NPSL teams from other divisions. A key player to focus on for Atlanta will be the team captain, Ramiro Canavas, who is also a standout player in the adult leagues for a team called Melchester Wings. The game started out with both teams going in hard on the tackle as the meaning of this game became apparent, but it was Atlanta getting the best of the early possession and chances. Here an example of a half chance as Atlanta got forward, but the final ball lacked direction and power. In this sequence, Atlanta again gets turned on the goal, but the resulting shot is wide of the mark. The teams would go into the half scoreless, but the game would open up for Atlanta in the second half. The breakthrough would come for Jabari Willis and Atlanta on 67 minutes, as Willis put in a very skillful half volley for the 1-0 lead to the Atlanta Reserve squad.
Goal scored by Atlanta, number 9, Jabari Willis.
Jacksonville was not without their own possession and chances. Here they managed to get possession and move the ball skillfully around the field. You'll see as they get forward, they do manage to get a shot onto the goal, but the goal is well covered. Atlanta's own pressure continued to build, and they were holding the ball well and getting forward for more chances, as this segment of play will illustrate, with only the final header from Willis off the mark with an open net begging. On this approach play, Atlanta skillfully uses short passes as well as switching a field to keep possession and fashion yet another chance on goal. Atlanta were getting closer and closer to a second as the half wore on.
Boy, they need to show the senior man how to pass a ball.
Oh, come on, come on.
Oh!
And the second goal would come as Canavas made his way forward from his defensive zone to latch onto a perfectly weighed through ball to slot past the Jacksonville keeper on 80 minutes for Atlanta's second on the day and control of the match.
Goal scored, Atlanta, number 8, Ramiro Canavas.
Jacksonville almost got back into the match through a disputed penalty call, as Canavas was adjudged to have brought down a United forward in the box. There was a bit of an argument about the call, but the penalty call would stand.
Penalty.
United spurned their chance, however, by putting the shot wide. A golden opportunity for United goes begging.
Yes.
The intense rivalry saw tempers flare a bit as the tackles started to go in hard, and with that, the referee's book. Inexplicably, after a Jacksonville player literally butted heads with an Atlanta player, it was the Atlanta player that got booked, though later it would emerge that both players in the altercation were in fact booked. But Atlanta would not be distracted. As time was edging to full time, Atlanta had one more chance in them when Kofi Jaw slipped in behind the Jacksonville back line and rolled one in for Atlanta's third, very close to the stroke of full time.
What do we got there?
The final whistle blew shortly after that, and it punctuated another great performance from Ricardo Montoya's men as they moved to sole possession of first place. After the match, I spoke with Jabari Willis and Ramiro Canavas about the game.
And today, guys, I just wanted to ask you, first of all, Jabari, that first goal that went in, how was it up until that point? I mean, it seemed like it was really tough going back and forth. It was a scoreless first half. What did it mean to really get in position to score that first goal?
It meant put it on target. Just put it on. It was a tough ball coming out of the air, and in my head the whole time I'm just like, put it on target. Let's break the ice and let's put them under pressure from there. Because I think the game needed a goal at that point. It was high tension. It was going both ways, and I think that one goal kind of eased our tension a little bit, but it also told us to kind of go after the game a little bit more, because I think up until then we weren't really going after. So I think that's what that could have meant.
Good deal. And after the game last week, it was kind of a tough game up there with the rivals, Chattanooga. What does it mean to come back this week with the victory?
It means a lot. It means we're back on the right track. I mean, you know, our coach doesn't really like ties, and I don't think we do either. And I think with these 3 points and the 3 goals, we're on the right track to hopefully something good.
Good
we
deal.
just got to keep putting in the hard work and training. These are some of the best guys to come out and train with. They come in and put 100% in every day. And I think with that mentality, that attitude, every day coming in and working hard, you get good results.
Yep. And Ramiro, the captain, you also scored today, and it was a really good, particularly a good second half. But did it seem like things were kind of frustrating up until that point?
Yes, definitely. We talked about taking the game to them. And definitely the first half, we did not do that. We actually sit back a little bit, we let them have the ball, and we were not exploiting, our potential. So the second half, we came with a completely different attitude. Jabari's goal opened the score, the game opened up, and then second half, different team, that's who we are. Great game.
Right. So do you feel like the team is really coming together now? It's been a few games now. You're doing really well, still
Definitely.
in first place.
Yeah. I think, this is my 5th year with the team before with Atlanta FC. And I truly believe we have the most talented team, very diverse, young people, a lot of potential. We get along really well. Everyone shows up to practice, very professional. I'm very happy, and it got reflected in the score. Last game we tied 0-0, but we had other things that happened in the game that made it 0-0. But I think we're coming along together. There's still 4 or 5 games left, and one game at a time. That's what we do.
It really does seem like you are coming together.
So, yeah.
One of the class of the league.
Yeah.
So going into next week, how does it feel? Do you feel the confidence going? Are you going on the road, correct?
Yeah, definitely. We're actually playing Jacksonville again at Jacksonville. Very important game. Like I said, we're trying to take one game at a time. And we work every week for every game. So now it's time to think about the week, how we're going to practice, how we're going to work towards the next game, one step at a time.
Okay, well, gentlemen, great game to get today. Congratulations on the win, and we look forward to the next game.
Thank you very much.
All right.
The 3-0 victory puts the Atlanta Reserves in sole possession of first place in the division just above Jacksonville, with the next game away to Jacksonville in another important matchup. WFN will continue to cover the Atlanta Reserves, including appearances from players and officials on our domestic podcast, which will enable everyone to get to know this title contending team. If you want to get involved, contact us at admin@worldfooty.net or simply like our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.